The arrival of Jews in Dutch Brazil. After being expelled from Spain in 1492 and Portugal in 1496, Jews looking for refuge in more tolerant regions found opportunities in the expanding Dutch territories, especially in the Americas. In the 1630s, Dutch forces captured northeastern Brazil, establishing Dutch Brazil, with its capital in Recife, under Governor Johann Maurits of Nassau. This colony became a center of religious tolerance and economic activity. Recife's Jewish community flourished during this period, building Kahal Zur Israel, the first synagogue in the Americas. However, this period of prosperity ended suddenly in 1654 when the Portuguese recaptured Recife. Fearing persecution under Portuguese Catholic rule, many Jews fled. Their options were limited. Returning to Europe meant risking further oppression. Some remained in the Caribbean or other Dutch colonies, while others, looking for safety elsewhere, including a group of 23 who would later shape history in the New Amsterdam.
The journey to New Amsterdam. The group of 23 Jewish refugees fled Recife on a French ship called Saint Catherine, which some sources also call the Vogue. Their journey was fraught with challenges. They were intercepted by pirates, which left them in financial ruin by the time they reached the Dutch colony of New Amsterdam in 1654, led by Governor Peter Stuyvesant. New Amsterdam was not initially welcoming to this group. Stuyvesant viewed them as a burden and petitioned for their expulsion. Despite Stuyvesant's resistance, the Dutch West India Company, which governed the colony, valued diversity and trade. They overruled Stuyvesant's demands, allowing the Jews to remain. This decision marked the beginning of a permanent Jewish presence in what would become New York City. Over time, these settlers would integrate into the community, establishing networks of trade and creating the foundation for one of the most influential Jewish communities in the modern world.
Although they were allowed to stay, life in New Amsterdam was far from easy. Jews faced many restrictions. For example, they could not own land or build a synagogue.
But they found ways to thrive. Many became successful traders, connecting New Amsterdam to other Jewish communities in Amsterdam, Curaçao, and Brazil.
Through their resilience, the Jewish settlers built networks that helped them become an important part of the colony's economy.
In 1664, the British captured New Amsterdam and the city became New York.
Under British rule, Jews continued to fight for their rights. Slowly but surely, they gained the ability to own property and worship freely.
In 1730, the Jewish community established Sherif Israel, the first synagogue in North America.
By the 19th century, waves of Jewish immigrants from Germany and Eastern Europe began arriving in New York. They were drawn by the promise of freedom and opportunity.
Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, Jewish New Yorkers became influential in many fields like arts, business, and politics.
Broadway theaters, financial institutions on Wall Street, and movements for civil rights were shaped by Jewish leaders.
Figures like Emma Lazarus, whose poem "The New Colossus" is inscribed on the Statue of Liberty, symbolize the spirit of immigration and inclusion.
Today, New York is home to one of the largest Jewish populations in the world.
Jewish culture is celebrated across the city through festivals, museums, and religious institutions.
From the Lower East Side to Williamsburg, the legacy of Jewish New Yorkers remains strong. Thank you for watching.